Good morning, Divine Just State. I just wanted to give some important prophecy updates that I believe everyone should know, the believers first and foremost, and as well as the new viewers that are coming across the message and call of Abasic Abdullah Hashem. As many of you know, Abdullah Hashem came forward in 2015 after the prophesied death of King Abdullah of Hijaz, raising the prophesied banner, allegiance is to Allah, where there was a prophecy and narration that said, and he will come forward with a banner written in it, allegiance is to Allah. There has been no man on earth in over 1400 years to come forward raising that banner that has written in it, allegiance is to Allah, claiming to be the Abdullah mentioned in the will of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him and his family, after the death, the prophesied death of King Abdullah of Hijaz. There's no one in the world that fulfills these prophecies. And at the same time, part of the criteria in knowing and recognizing the proof of God, which is three: the divine will, the knowledge, and everyone around the world is saying that Abasic has crazy knowledge, mind-bending knowledge, knowledge that is thick and bold and foolproof and irrefutable. And then the last one being the banner. So Abasic, his appearance in the first place in 2015 was fulfilling multiple prophecies. The death of King Abdullah, claiming to be Abdullah in the will of Prophet Muhammad, raising the banner, allegiances to Allah, having the divine knowledge. It was all over the place. Now, what's important for many people to know is that many more prophecies are being fulfilled in this very time. Now, while the American Christians are in a frenzy, there's this hysteria. Now, to be honest with you, a lot of them are just clout chasing. You see that on their YouTube channels, usually they get 5, 10, 15, 20,000, maybe 40,000 views per video. They start talking about Abasic. All of a sudden, they're getting hundreds of thousands of views, millions of views. So, of course, they're going to continue riding that trend until it goes away. And they're going to go away. We're not worried about people that do 30 seconds worth of research on the internet, or they watch a TikTok video and all of a sudden they want to go on their podcast and act like an expert and start peddling lies and slanders and just trying to get attention. We're not worried about these people, but there are a lot of sincere people actually who are scared, to be quite honest. They're scared, they're confused, they don't know what to do, and they're coming to us and they're going to the Mehdi Has Appeared YouTube channel, and they're going to the AhmadiReligion.org, and they're downloading the Gospel, the Goal of the Wise, and they're reading the Mehdi's Manifesto, and they're watching his episodes and watching his speeches, and they're like, Abasic's making a lot of sense. I believe that too. And the more they look into this call, the more that's going to happen. So this is a very exciting time, and this is all fulfilling prophecy. There are prophecies that foretell, the Ahlul Bayt, peace be upon them, the family said that when the Mehdi comes, the world is going to be forced to call him the Mehdi, to call him the Qa'an. Whether they believe or not, whether they want to or not, they're going to be forced to say his name. And that's what we see. So let's dissect this by the worst of people, who are attacking. What are they saying? There is a man named Abasic Abdullah Hashem, and he's claiming to be the Mehdi. So Abasic, and they mention him by his kunya. His kunya is the name that's given to him. Abasic is the father of truth. So now the disbelievers and the people who are confused and in between, and the believers, they're forced to say, and of course the media reporting on all of this, they're forced to say Abasic, they're forced to say the Mehdi. He also claims to be in the will of Prophet Muhammad. So now they're mentioning the will, which is one part of the law of knowing the proof of God. This guy appeared on the scene and he has crazy knowledge. This guy is extremely knowledgeable. He has a lot of knowledge. He's appealing to a large audience. He's gaining thousands of new followers. Hundreds of millions of people are seeing him around the world. So now they're saying he is in the will of Prophet Muhammad, and he has a lot of knowledge, and he's calling to the supremacy of God. He has this banner that says allegiance is to Allah, and that supremacy belongs to God, and it's only God who can appoint the ruler, not man. So the disbelievers, whether they like it or not, they're forced to call him the Mehdi, they're forced to call him by his kunya, and they're forced to deliver the three criteria, the law of knowing the Hujjah. So they are establishing the proof of God on the entire earth, whether they like it or not. So that's an amazing prophecy that's been fulfilled, and the believers need to recognize this and understand this and celebrate today. This is a glorious day. You should be very happy about what's going on right now. Don't waste your time with these people who are just trying to get attention, who are just saying whatever they need to say to get attention. Don't worry about that. Look at the bigger picture. The bigger picture is God is using this because He is the best of planners. We know God is the best of planners. He's using this to establish the proof on all of them, whether they like it or not. And we know the hadith from the Ahlul Bayt, peace be upon them all, that says no matter what they do, they're only paving the way for the inheritor. They're only paving the way for the Qa'im. So praise be to God for that. This is a beautiful thing. There's another thing that says, there's another prophecy that says that the Qa'im will enter the homes. Talking about enter the homes from around the world like the heat and the cold. So think about that. Imagine that. What else would enter the home like the heat or cold other than the satellite frequencies that are beaming to over 120 million homes? We have two official satellite channels beaming to over 120 million homes all over Africa, Europe, and the MENA region. And now this latest viral wave that has literally reached hundreds of millions of people. I'm telling you guys, don't let anybody convince you otherwise. Everybody knows it. They all know it. Anybody in America who has social media has seen Abasic, has heard his name. They have heard his claims, heard his proofs. They have done some either little basic, quick, general research into who this man is and what this call is, or they're actually going on long, extensive research. So it's all over the place. The Qa'im, Abba al-Sadiq, Abdullah Hashem, has certainly reached the homes like the heat and the cold. He has certainly fulfilled that prophecy. He has certainly fulfilled the prophecy that everyone around the world will be forced to call him by his kunya and by his title. He has also fulfilled the prophecy that his banner, which for the Christians to understand, like, is that blessed banner that gathers the exiles of Israel from the four corners of the earth. That's what's happening right now. The 144,000 are being gathered right now as we speak, and thousands of them have already gathered together. But the Ahlul Bayt, peace be upon them all, said that when the Qa'im rises, his banner will be cursed from the east and to the west. And now we're seeing this. First, it was cursed in the east. By what we know from the prophecies and the hadiths, that very few Arabs will be with the Qa'im. His worst enemies will be the non-working scholars of Islam and the tyrants of Islam and the extremists of Islam, because we're totally against this extremism and this distorted, twisted version of mainstream Islam that Christians understand. This is not what's happening here. The Qa'im comes with a new matter, a new religion, another prophecy, a new matter, a new book, a new jurisprudence that will be difficult on the Arabs. So they're attacking him, they're cursing him. They literally are persecuting his people. We're a very, very, very much so a persecuted people, and we'll get into that later. But that prophecy has been fulfilled in the east. He's been cursed in the east, and now we see his banners being cursed in the west. What are they saying? This is a devil. This is the Antichrist. This man is, and a lot of nasty things, a lot of mockery. But we're used to that. We understand that's going to happen. We know that if you follow the majority, like the Quran says, if you follow the majority, you're going to be led astray. We know the 144,000 is a very small number in comparison to the people on earth. So we expect this to happen. But I'm just saying glad tidings to you, O believers, because all of this is fulfilling prophecy today. Today is a day of celebration. You should celebrate, and today is a day of activity. You should mobilize and get active. This is a living religion with a living imam. He's here on the ground right now. He's working to build the divine just state. You can be a brick in that state. You should use every little bit of time that you have to go out online, to answer these people, to give dawah to them, to make them understand who this man is and what this religion is. Support with everything you have. Abasic says there's 3 levels of faith. You can support by making hijrah, fulfill your duty like the Ahlul Bayt said. You can support by calling to the religion night and day and support this religion financially. Don't forget, Abasic said that 40% of the rise is financial. Every state is built on this. You guys understand this. Get active, support now, help us build this state. And the third and the weakest of faith is believing in your heart. This is not a time just to sit home and believe and say, I believe in this man. Now is the time to get active. Now is the time to go out there, do your missionary works, keep spreading the banners, the posters on the ground, around the world like you're doing. Keep going on social media. Let the world know that Abba al-Sadiq, Abdullah Hashem, the Qa'im from the family of Muhammad, is here.